Hey Bears fans, big game coming up on Sunday between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we will be live as always for a live watch party, which means we have a scoreboard up. I provide play-by-play, stats, all of that good stuff. So subscribe, mark your calendars. We will be live for this Sunday afternoon's game, 4:25 Eastern, 3:25 kickoff. Central Time, we'll go live 10, 15 minutes before the game and get you ready for kickoff. So hit that big red button for that, and of course videos all throughout the season. Today's episode of Chicago Bears Now is presented by Magic Spoon. Shout out to the tastiest and most healthy cereal out there on the market. I'm a big fan of the peanut butter flavor. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Get $5 off your first order at magicspoon.com/bears. We'll have a link down in the comments and in the description. That way you guys can get going with Magic Spoon today. Okay, let's get into some Chicago Bears news and rumors. Not a ton of graphics, got a few quotes, a few graphics, but mostly just me talking to you guys. Our number one topic, Justin Fields versus Tom Brady. Obviously, the Bears go to Tampa to face the Bucs this weekend, and at 3-3, it's a big game. You want to try and win it. Obviously, you want to win every game, and even though it's going to be a tough one, you can't just go in there expecting to lose. Now, there was some funny banter from Tom Brady earlier today during his press conference about Justin Fields and Ohio State versus Michigan, that big rivalry and all that good stuff. He said he had this to say, quote, "I'm not going to say anything too inflammatory about Ohio State. Why is there," he asks, why is there not a lot of Ohio State quarterbacks in the pros? There's been a lot of Michigan ones over the years. And the reason he was talking about this is actually the first time, and this is very hard to believe, but the very first time Tom Brady has faced an Ohio State quarterback in the NFL, at least as a starter. Justin Fields starting on Sunday will be the first time Tom Brady, a Michigan game, has gone up against a Ohio State quarterback. That is pretty wild to think about. I know we've talked about the lack of success Ohio State quarterbacks have had in the NFL, but never? Tom Brady's been around for a long time, and so now you got Brady versus Fields on Sunday, and obviously Brady and the Bucs, they're having another good year. Brady in the MVP conversation, and if you're Justin Fields getting to go up against a legend for the second straight week in a row, last week Aaron Rodgers, this week Tom Brady, it's another opportunity to continue to learn, to show out, and to see what you can do on a big stage, because this is actually going to be the national CBS game of the week with Tony Romo and Jim Nantz on Sunday. So Justin Fields against Tom Brady. Brady poking a little fun, obviously, as both these guys are a part of the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry, as Tom Brady will now go against an Ohio State quarterback for the first time in his NFL career. Predict the score for Chicago Bears versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go ahead and let us know who's going to win and what the final score will be. We will make this the pinned comment on today's video. So if you get hit with the YouTube ad break, go ahead and scroll on down and get your votes in and what the final score will be. Okay, number two storyline right now. Trevis Gipson gets his opportunity. Now, he's got some opportunities as a rotation guy this year after basically not playing as a rookie last year, but with Robert Quinn in COVID protocols, now it's time for Trevis Gipson to go ahead and get out onto the football field. This is his opportunity to step in for Robert Quinn, who is not, I don't think is going to play in this game. He's tested positive for COVID. We need 2 negative tests between now and kickoff, which that seems unlikely. Obviously, that is a big loss with his 5.5 sacks not available for the Bears this week against Tom Brady and an explosive Buccaneers offense, but Gipson seems ready, seems excited for the opportunity to kind of be, a starter for this game. Quote, "I feel overlooked. I've been on the revenge tour." And hey, he comes from a place where he had to go to Tulsa in college. He was an overlooked high school recruit. No one's overlooking him now, though, Trevis. All eyes are going to be on you this Sunday as you're going to get, 40, 50, 60 snaps and get an opportunity to take down one of the greatest NFL quarterbacks of all time, if not the greatest quarterback of all time, in Tom Brady. I like what I've seen from Gipson this year in limited snaps, 9 tackles, 2 sacks. He's been getting pressures on his limited opportunities, which I'm a big fan of, 3 TFLs, a couple of quarterback hits as well. Trevis Gipson has a real chance to have a breakout, put his name on the map type of game in front of a national audience, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for him. I'm bummed out that Robert Quinn isn't playing in this game because he's playing so well, but for Trevis Gipson, it's a real opportunity to prove the Bears right when they drafted him last year, traded up to get him, and I believe the 4th round. So we'll get to see a lot of Trevis Gipson. Maybe he'll break out this game. Will he have a sack on Sunday? Will Trevis Gipson take down Tom Brady? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Cast your votes down in the comment section. Will we get to see Trevis Gipson take down Tom Brady? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no. Now, while that might be up for debate, Magic Spoon cereal, it's just a cold, hard fact. It's absolutely delicious, and it's healthy for you. The flavors are fantastic. Tons of different ones available at magicspoon.com/bears. Take advantage of their cereal that is very high in protein and is sugar-free as well. The cereal is keto-friendly. It is gluten-free, and you have a ton of flavors. We'll just scroll through a few of them here. You got the blueberry on screen. You've got the cinnamon flavor as well. Maybe you're saying, I don't like those flavors. Well, how about the peanut butter, which is what I've been rocking as of late. That one's fantastic. I love the frosted as well. It makes Frosted Flakes look like just an inferior product, and it's actually healthy for you. Get going with Magic Spoon cereal today at magicspoon.com/bears. Ooh, the fruity flavor is great as well. Getting hungry just thinking about it, and hey, I can eat it and not worry about gaining weight because it's not high in calories and it's got 0 grams of sugar. It's magicspoon.com/bears. Get going and get back into the cereal game today. Okay, next storyline here, our last one for the day. Mitchell Trubisky, back on Chicago Bears now. Will he be a starting NFL quarterback in the NFL next season? Obviously, he won't be with the Bears, but Daniel Jeremiah, who's, been in NFL front offices and some view as a future NFL GM, works for NFL Network, had this to say, hopped on a podcast recently. Quote, God bless Mitchell Trubisky. People are going to be shocked at how much money he gets. He's going to be a starter next year. There's too many openings. There's not enough quarterbacks to go around. He also said this, people have seen the Chicago offense that they don't necessarily love. They've seen it without him, and they see the struggles that still exist and saying, okay, maybe this wasn't Trubisky's fault. He actually did play pretty well there for a minute. Now, let's pump the brakes on Mitchell Trubisky. Oh, none of it was his fault, this and that. Was it all his fault? Of course not. Now, am I going to sit here and say that my eyes lied to me for over 3 years when I saw that he was slow progressing through his reads, that he didn't throw a good vertical deep ball, and that he wasn't good pre-snap to process what defenses are trying to do? Did he do some good things with the Bears? Absolutely. Was he worthy of the number 2 overall pick? No, he wasn't, regardless of who drafted him. Now, the Chicago Bears coaching staff and, front office are not blameless in this. They had issues. The offensive line was up and down in his tenure. Matt Nagy certainly deserves a lot of blame. There's plenty of blame to go around. Trubisky has some. The Bears have some. Maybe it was just a bad marriage. Now, they won some football games and went to the playoffs twice together. But at the end of the day, I'm watching Justin Fields as a rookie, and maybe the numbers wouldn't suggest it. He is much more advanced at this point in his career than Trubisky was his rookie year. I just believe he'll end up being a better quarterback. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think the Bears did make the right decision in letting him go, and honestly, for him, it was good to go too. Maybe he will be a starter, but do I think he's going to make a ton of money, make $100 million in his career? I doubt it. Could he start next year? Yeah, I could see it. Could a team like Pittsburgh bring him in for 1 year after Big Ben and give him a chance? Yeah, there will be opportunities, but I'm not ready to anoint Mitchell Trubisky and just act like the Bears are the only party to blame here. Like, there was plenty to go around. I'll ask you guys, though, because certainly y'all know me at this point. I think Nagy's fine as a head coach, but I don't value him as a play caller at this point, and he was primarily the one who was calling plays during Trubisky's career. So who do you blame more? Again, I blame both. You can type B for both, but if you had to pick one, type MN for Matt Nagy, type M-Team for Mitchell Trubisky. End of the day, guys, both guys just weren't a very good marriage. All right, we're going to wrap things up here on today's show. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/Bears. Now, we'll keep you guys up to date with the latest Chicago Bears news and rumors. And, of course, we'll have a live watch party on Sunday. So sub and join us for that. Until then, I'm Harrison Graham signing off. We'll see you next time.